everybody. Welcome back to my show, Aristotle's Talking 10 on Tuesdays, episode 7. And who do I have here? I have this lovely Maggie Zhang, who deals with difficult mortgages, and she'll provide us some, some tips to buyers regarding mortgages. And so what are your top 3 tips for the people that's watching?
Yeah, so hi, Aris. The first thing that we're going to talk about it is how to find a good mortgage broker.
Okay, and how is that?
Yeah, many people that they are, there's so many bank mortgage specialists, the mortgage brokers on the markets. When you open up a newspaper, there's so many. So how do you recognize them? How can you find a good one? First of all, that we're talking about experience. You want to have a very experienced mortgage broker that work for you. You know why? Because mortgage broker, as when you see a doctor. So when you see a doctor, the more patients, the more customers that the doctor see, the more experienced that they are, and they know how to handle your mortgage application. Sometimes a single mini mistakes or errors can jeopardize your application. So how do you find the good ones? Experience is very important.
And how long have you been doing this now?
Excuse me?
Oh, so you said experience, right? So how long have you been doing this now with mortgages?
Yeah, myself, I have been doing this for at least 15 years, more than 15 years. I have been working with all the major banks and A-level banks, as well as the trust companies, credit unions, and all other alternative lenders. As a mortgage broker, you want to have so many lenders in your pocket.
And how many is that? You have over what, 50, 60?
Yes, somewhere around 57 to 60. That's only institutional lenders. That doesn't include private lenders or mixed or alternative lenders.
That's amazing. Just close to 2 of my deals will be closing with you. So that's a good example too. When it comes to mortgage. And okay.
Things like I wanted to talk about something. Maybe it's small, but it actually is big. Very, very important. It's the credit.
Okay, perfect.
A lot of people, especially when younger people, that they don't know what the credit can bring it to me. What possibly be? I forgot to pay my Roger's cell phone bills. It's only $60. Pay them whenever I feel like to it. Hey, you credit. At the time you want to apply a loan, we're not only talk about mortgage loan. Mortgage is a big loan, right? We're talking about even the small things. So you go to, you want to rent a car, you want to, apply some little bit personal line of credit, maybe just $10,000. Maybe in lifetime you just need that $10,000, you couldn't get it because the $30 you own to Rogers that hit your credit. So that's one thing. Credit is very important. What's hurt the credit the most? Number one thing we all know, bankruptcies, consumer proposals. These are the big no-no in our credit report. And these are the big no-no for the banks to grant you a mortgage or any loans. So we avoid that. That's one thing. Secondly, your bills. Pay your bills on time. What if the small bills you forgot in 2 years or 3 years and they send you collection companies? That hit your credit the most. The other thing is you have credit cards that your limit may be $10,000. Before you apply any loans, do not spend $9,099.99.
Exactly.
Do not spend almost over your limit, almost touch your limit. That hurts your credit.
Yes.
So before you do that, I'm not saying, oh, I have some situation. Why do I get a credit card? I cannot spend it. Yes, you could. but don't spend it at the time you're going to apply a loan. Spend it a year ago, right? So you plan your loan maybe in 6 months. Okay, down the road in 6 months, I'm gonna need a mortgage. So in this 6 months, don't apply that. That hurts your credit a lot. Even if you apply that, the bank will ask you to pay that off. So that's another thing.
So yes, your tip number 3 now. Let's talk about documentation for mortgage. For tip number 3. Any advice about that?
Yes, I'm gonna be really quick about this. So we have as a documentation, we separate them in different categories. Number 1 category is salaried, we'll say employed. So what that means, obviously that working for someone, right? Working for a company, that's called salaried, employee. So what we need is it's a fairly simple thing. We need a current job letter, and we need 2 or 3 pay stubs, pay slips, sometimes you call. And sometimes some banks, they will ask for 3 months of bank statement. What they want to see is, they want to see your payment, your pay is a deposit to your account. Basically, what they need to do is they just want to verify this is a real income, okay? And remember, it's most recent. We don't give the bank a job letter that's we had in last year, right? We don't give them that. We wanted to give them a recent by the time we submit a mortgage application. So that's for, oh, by the way, sometimes we do need 2 years of notice assessment. Why we need that? Some people, they have salaries, but some companies, bigger companies, they have bonus that they gave to their employees. So what we want to add that bonus to their income. So we want to show the bank 2 years of notice of assessment to verify 2 years income. Okay.
Really?
Number 2 is a big, huge section. The business for self. It's like business for self. Obviously, is a business owner.
Of course.
For the business owner, what we need is T1s. It's a full package of T1s. Reason 2 years. If people don't have for 2019 now, with everything is delayed, we don't have 2019. That's fine. We provide 2018 and 2017. That's fine. But we also need to provide to the bank 6 months of business bank statement to show to them that our business is still healthy. We are operating. We're not shut down, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's on the personal side. For the companies, they wanted to see 2 to 3 years of financial statements and balance sheets. They wanted to see, okay, does it make sense? Is this a big, this company, this business make this kind of money and to support this kind of income that gave the business owner, right? So it just to present to the bank that it makes sense that what we do, it does make money. And for there's another business for sales person like you, Arish, and myself. We're based on commission income. But we also are business for sales, right?
Right. Yeah.
But we don't have a company. Not everyone has a company to do this.
Yes.
So as a commission, what we need to provide is we do need a job letter, because at least we have a brokerage that in our own. Otherwise, we need to show them who are we working with, right? So we need to give them a recent job letter, and also 2 years of course, 2 years T1 and notice assessment. And we sometimes need to give them few months of bank statement. They wanted to see if we are still active. As a commission, we also provide some trade sheet, let them know that we are active business. Yeah. We're active agents, right? Yeah. Those are the documents so far we need for these type of people.
Absolutely. Yeah. I guess you have answered most of the question for the top 3. Thank you for your time.